If you're always left scratching your head, wondering why girls seem to disappear, lose interest, or string you along, then this video is for you. Throughout this lesson, I'm going to give you 3 signs that you can use to determine that a girl is indeed stringing you along. So that when and if you identify them, you can simply walk away without causing any more unnecessary wasted time. The first sign that a girl is stringing you along is that her effort is inconsistent. This is such a basic dating fundamental, yet it is overlooked by so many men because they are focused on their own interest level. Because the average guy dates from a lustful perspective. He doesn't really know what he's looking for. He's not focused on building a marriage, building a family. He's not right with God. So his entire mindset is focused on hopefully getting a girl that wants to sleep with him because he's got very poor standards for himself. Remember, lust focuses on itself. It's selfish. And most guys are blinded to reality because of that. So what does this mean? Her effort is inconsistent. Well, what you'll notice is she'll be hot and cold, inconsistent. What I want you to understand is this. People treat you how they feel about you. And it goes the same in dating, whether you're a man, even a woman listening. Guys, she will treat you exactly how she feels about you. If she were truly interested, not only would her actions display continual effort, but as the days transition into weeks and into months, she would be growing closer to you, not further apart. She'll be texting more, calling more, missing you more. You'll see her emotional attraction build up. She'll want to spend more and more time with you. She'll open up more and more, right? Her feelings are deepening for you. She's built a bond with you. She feels safe with you, okay? You've grown closer in that proximity when you spend time together on dates, okay? This is natural and organic as long as you have these ingredients. If you find each other physically attractive and you're mutually compatible in every area of your life, you can build a bond together. So if that's the case, her actions are going to be consistent. Her effort will be steady because she likes you. Her words and actions match. But when you notice this is not the case, that in fact the girl is doing the opposite. One moment you text her, she takes 4 hours to text you back. Next thing you know, she leaves your messages on read. She disappears for a week, comes back in 2 weeks, gives you an excuse that she was busy or had things going on. Some guys will continue talking to that girl thinking, well, maybe it was true. Because they're focused on lust. They're not looking at it from an objective standpoint. If she were really interested in you, she wouldn't have walked away. Unless you're doing or saying needy things that are pushing her away, as long as you're doing everything right as a man, this is just an indication that this woman is not into you. If you are doing everything right, this is only going to happen when a girl does not find you physically attractive, she's settled to be with you, or as she's gotten to know you, she's realized, we're incompatible, I'm really not going to build a life with this guy, so she kind of pulls the plug and disconnects in a subtle, passive way, hopefully hoping that you will figure it out and simply move on. Okay? So if you notice that her efforts are inconsistent, understand this is a woman that's simply not into you. Don't sit there and waste your life holding your breath on a girl that isn't giving you the same effort. Walk away. Now, the second sign that she's stringing you along is that she never wants to make plans with you. Now, I don't care whether you meet a girl online, through social media, through a dating app, through networking, through friends, through business, work, church, gym, or you're out and about in public and you exchange contact information. It does not matter. The whole point and the entire object of dating is that you both, courtship I should say, is to build a foundation for marriage. You both want to figure out as soon as possible, are we going to build a life together or not? It's very black and white. So if you're dating for the right reasons and she's dating for the right reasons, you are going to need to get to know each other in person. Even if it's long distance, you still need to meet up, have dates to assess your physical desire, your chemistry, and of course compatibility. Make sure they are who they say they are. And actions speak louder than words, don't they? So if you meet a girl, maybe you had one date or You haven't had any dates yet, but they keep texting you, but they never want to make plans, but they keep in contact with you over the phone. This is an indication that they're stringing you along. Whether it's they're enjoying the ego boost they get from talking to you, they're lonely, it makes them feel some type of companionship, some type of connection. There could be other things going on in the background. They haven't healed from an ex. They're talking to other people because they don't find you that attractive. There could be all sorts of reasons. But actions speak louder than words. If they really wanted to see you, they would. And if you're not growing closer together, you're growing further apart. And that situation is done and dusted. So if you notice that there is always an excuse or a last-minute cancellation when it comes to setting dates, and they keep saying, yeah, but I will, but I promise, and I'll get back to you on that, but they don't, walk away. Because all you need to do in that situation is you extend an invitation to a date and you wait for their reply. If she's interested, she's going to say yes. If she's truly interested but she's genuinely unavailable, she will explain to you the reason why she can't go on a date with you, work, family, business, whatever. And then she will give you a counteroffer because she actually wants to see you. So let's say you say, hey, Jessica, I'd love to go on a date with you, let's say Friday. And if she's busy, she might say, you know what, Jimmy, Friday sounds great, but I can't make Friday. I got a dinner with my parents, but I'm available Saturday and Sunday. She's giving you a counteroffer because she genuinely wants to see you. In that case, you just reschedule to Saturday. And if she's truly interested, she'll show up. Whereas if you ask her and she's like, oh, I'd love to see you, but I can't, I'm busy. But there's no mention of when she's going to be available. There's no mention of her even going to check her calendar to see when she would be. She's not interested. Think about it. You meet a beautiful girl. You really, really like her. If you're busy, but you want to go on a date with her, you're going to be checking your schedule to see when you can see her because you don't want to let that opportunity go, right? And it's the same thing with girls if they like you. So if you're getting excuses, you're getting last-minute cancellations, wishy-washy answers, maybes, I don't knows, or they say they'll get back to you but never follow through, but then they keep texting you and talking to you, this means that they're stringing you along. Walk away. And thirdly, last but not least, if and when you notice that a woman does not open up to you, she's stringing you along. If you've been texting a girl, you've been talking online, maybe you even had 1 or 2 dates, but then it goes right back to texting or just calls. It doesn't really go anywhere, but they stay in contact. If you come to notice that they never share important details about themselves, guys, if you really come to the conclusion that you just have superficial conversation, it's very vain or just, very polite, how's your day? It doesn't go deeper than that. And you've been talking for a couple of weeks, couple of months. This is a girl that does not actually like you. She just likes the companionship or the attention. She probably has low self-esteem. Because in order to lead things into a relationship, to grow closer over time, it requires honesty and vulnerability. Okay, it takes a bit of courage. You both need to be willing to sit there and talk to each other about everything. So if you're being open and talking about your life and your family and your past and what you've been through, and obviously you're leading with integrity. You're talking about yourself. You're inviting her to do the same. So when you ask her questions about herself, what you'll notice is she will kind of deflect by changing the subject or saying that she doesn't want to talk about it. It makes her uncomfortable. Okay, so whether you ask about her past, her childhood, what she's looking for, when you notice this is a girl that's willingly closing herself off from her heart to you. She doesn't want to open up to you because she's not into you enough. Okay, even if girls are shy, that's happened to me in the past too. Even if a girl is really, really shy, she finds it difficult to open up. If she's really interested in you, she's going to make that effort. If you have insecurities or you struggle with certain things, if you really like a girl, you're going to make the effort because you just like her. It brings it out of you. It's organic. You can't control that. It's just going to happen naturally. So if you've been getting to know a girl and you really scratch your head and realize, I don't know much about her family. I don't know much about her girlfriends. I don't really know much about what she's really interested in, what she really wants out of a marriage, what she wants out of building a family. She doesn't really ask you much about yourself even, right? She seems very closed off. You have very basic, conversation is very superficial and vain, then this is a very obvious, big, fat sign that she's stringing you along. Because what is the point of her talking to you and making all of this quote unquote effort to text or have a phone call when you're not building anything? It's not going anywhere. It's just circular conversations that have no end in sight. The questions she asks you has no purpose to dig deeper into your character or who you are. And when you ask her, she shuts down. That's not someone that wants to get to know you. That's someone that's using you for your attention. Remove yourself from the situation and move on. These are 3 signs that a girl is stringing you along. Let me know down in the comment section if this has happened to you. For those of you that are interested in joining Relationship Mastery, book a call down below, link in the description on my website. If you have a case study, a success story, something bad happened to you, a relationship experience that you think others can benefit from learning from, my email is also down in the description. So you can share your email with me and I'll make a YouTube video out of it to educate other men and women about your situation. Any other questions, leave it down below in the comment section. With that said, hope you all have a wonderful day. God bless all of you and your families.